Hi everyone, welcome back. Adam Soccer with Joe Camilleri. We're doing some NCAA conference and divisional picks. We're going to start with some BCS busters in the MAC at 13 to 10. I think we're both agreeing that the Northern Illinois Huskies behind quarterback Jordan Lynch are the pick there.
I have to agree with you on that one.
And they could there's a possibility they could get back to a BCS bowl game. We're going to move now to the Pac-12, where Oregon is the favorite at 7 to 4. In the North, they're favored to win 10 over 11. Stanford is the next favorite at 5-2, and Washington at 6-1. Who do you like to win the North?
I like how you put them in that order there. I think Oregon's going to be the class of that conference. I like them to win the conference.
And no concerns about the coaching change there?
No, I think they got some good depth there. I think they're going to be sound offensively still. I like them to win the conference.
I agree with you. What about in the South? You have UCLA, the favorite at 5-2. Jim Moore Jr. staff, coach team, and then you have both Arizona teams coming in next. Arizona State at 3-1, and the Wildcats at 13 to 4.
I'm going to go with Arizona State Sun Devils. I'm going to make them my pick to win the conference this year.
I really liked what I saw of Jim Moore's team last year. I'm going to take the Bruins again. I like Brett Hundley. I think that they're going to be in the title game against Oregon. Who do you like to win that one?
When it comes down to it, all said and done, I think Oregon wins it.
You're taking the Ducks. I'm going to take a bit of an upset. I'm going to take the Bruins to win it. We move now to the Big Ten. We're going to start with the Leaders Division, where Ohio State is the heavy favorite. Are you going with the Buckeyes?
They're the class of the Big Ten this year. Very surprised if they lose a game. I have them, but we talked about in an earlier Big Ten preview video. I think we both have them going 12-0. The Buckeyes are going to be, as much as I don't like to say it, the Buckeyes are going to be the class of the conference this year.
And the Legends, it really comes down to Nebraska, Michigan, Michigan State. Who do you like?
Well, this is where me and you have a difference of opinion. I'm a Michigan man, but I like the Wolverines over State. I think that Devin Gardner's going to have a big year. I think Jimmy Gallen's going to have a big year. Fitz Toussaint's going to have a big year. And then on the defense, I think the Wolverines are going to win that side of the conference.
I like the Spartans. They're hosting Michigan in that game. I think that D'Antoni's defenses have been great his entire tenure, so I like the Spartans to win the Legends, which probably means that both our picks are going to crap out, and it's going to be the Cornhuskers and Taylor Martinez taking the Legends division. And in the Big Ten championship game, who do you like? Ohio State to come through again?
Unfortunately, it's going to be the Buckeyes. Like we talked about earlier, they're off the probation now. They're eligible for the bowl games. I think they have some unfinished business from last year. They ran the table last year, weren't eligible for anything last year. I think they're going to come back and kind of say screw you to the NCAA this year. Come back with a 12-0 record, and they get into that BCS championship game.
I think Urban Meyer wants to prove something to the SEC. We move now to the ACC. We're going to start with the Coastal Division, where Miami is the favorite at 8-5, followed by Virginia Tech at 13 to 4.
I like the Canes. I like the Canes to win that division. It'd be nice to see the Canes get back to the teams of the early '80s and then into the '90s there, where they were the class of the NCAA. You know, back when they had the Michael Irvins and guys like that.
I agree with you. I think that Duke Johnson he's going to be one of the contenders for the top running backs in the ACC. So I'm going to go with the Hurricanes. I'm not a big fan of Frank Romer and Logan Thomas, so I don't like the Hokies. And then in the Atlantic, it's a very tight race. Clemson at 10 to 11, and Florida State paying even. Who do you like to win the division?
I'm going to go with the Seminoles. I'm just going to go on 11 and take the Seminoles. I know they lost their quarterback, E.J. Manuel, but I think they're going to be the team to beat this year on that side.
I agree. I also like the Seminoles. I think that they're very well coached, and they beat Clemson last year, and both teams, yes, they lost players, but I think that Florida State has more depth to replace the players they lost. I'm going to take the Seminoles. And then the championship game, who do you like? Do you like Miami or do you like Florida State?
I'm going to have to go with the U.
And I disagree with you. I'm going to take Florida State in the championship game. And now let's move to the Big 12, where you got the usual suspects: Texas, Oklahoma State, and then you got some recent emergence from Baylor and TCU. Who do you like?
Like we talked about in our Big 12 preview, I'm going to go with Oklahoma State to win the division this year. Like we said, I like the way their schedule matches up. They got the tougher games at home this year. I'm going to go with Oklahoma State.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to take Texas. I think it's going to be a classic year for the NCAA where they have a lot of undefeated teams, and I think Texas runs the table behind a team that's got 19 of 22 stars returning and gets to its best defensive players healthy again. You can hear more about it in our Big 12 preview. But yes, I like Texas. Who do you like to win the BCS National Championship?
I think it's going to come down to Ohio State, and it's going to come down to Alabama. And I'm going to pick, because I'm a Michigan man, I'm going to pick the Alabama Crimson Tide to repeat.
I agree with you. I think that we're going to see a lot of undefeated teams. I think, as we mentioned earlier, I think Northern Illinois goes undefeated. I think Texas goes undefeated. I think Alabama goes undefeated. And I think Ohio State goes undefeated. The big question for Alabama is, can they win the SEC championship game again? I think it's going to be a tougher test this year against Georgia, but I think they get it done. I'm going with the Crimson Tide to win the title, and that is our picks this year in the NCAA. Hopefully you liked the video. You can subscribe to our channel, share the video with your friends, comment, tell us what you like, what you didn't like. We look forward to hearing what you have to say.